Hey, everybody. I have to check to see oh crap, I'm on the crappy Wi-Fi. Let me flip. I'll be right. Okay. I flipped to the better Wi-Fi, or at least I think it's the better Wi-Fi. Anyway, I'm a little early, so I'll just wait a couple minutes. Hi, Elle. Hi, Flo. Hi, Southern Charm. Hi, Syrup. Hi, Alan Elder. Hey, JM. Hey, Kevin Daniel. No attacking Kevin Daniel. Hi, B-Boys. Hi, Jan. Hi, Denise. I'm so glad you guys made it. Hi, little angel. A lot of you are wrenched already. The usual suspects are wrenched. I tried to go back and hi Sturgis, thanks, and just wrench from comments from the Slunda and Stealth channel. So whoever I missed, I know there are people I missed. Hi Maggie, hi Sue. That participate in the lives but don't always leave comments. So if you want to be wrenched, leave a comment. Hey Beth, it was hard getting me. I don't know why. It's just it's I'm blurry. Denise, leave a comment. Hi, whatever, because that's how I have to do it. I have to do it by the URL of your name, your channel. So if you leave me a comment, I can just click on you, go up into the bar, copy it, and put it into the moderators. I can't do it when I'm doing this live, but a good number of you are already wrenched. So yeah. Hi, Lucille. I don't know about the rest of you, but the weather here has sucked giant moose monkey balls for like the last week. It poured buckets yesterday, buckets. And it was windy and my poor flowers took a beating, but I was still able to cut enough tulips to bring to mom today. So that was okay. I know, Kevin, the security guard, as I was leaving the hospital, said it's supposed to be 80 toward the latter part of next week. So tomorrow and Tuesday, there are gale wind warnings. Hey, Bucky. Hi, Christina. Okay, I will leave a comment, either on this video or the other one with Where is Zeus, and I'll hit you with a wrench. Thanks, Al. I appreciate it. It snowed. Well, I got like Facebook will send you notifications of years past. And I don't know if it was last year or the year before, they predicted snow flurries. And it came up on my, past memories or whatever. Yeah, well, it didn't sleet here, but you're further. I know Connecticut gets a lot of sleet and a lot of snow. Thanks, Christina. You're so sweet. And because I have, you have to excuse me, my allergies are in hyper bad mode. I'm scratchy throat, runny nose, red itchy eyes. I've got it all. Clogged ears. It's terrible. So hi Avalon. So hi Jane Sandra. I know. Kevin, it's really bad this year. Really bad. really, really bad. And the ticks. My friend came over with Holly's boyfriend, who's a blue-nosed pit bull. She took him to the beach for 10 minutes, let him run around. And when she got home, he jumped out of the car and she put the leash on to take him for a walk. And by the time she got here, we found 5 ticks on him. She found 4, I found 1. And, he's got really, really short hair. So just in 10 minutes, that's how many ticks he got on him at the beach. So it's going to be a bad, bad summer for ticks, I think. I never had allergies when I was younger. This all developed probably within the last 15 years, maybe. And it seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. Hi, Sunnyside. Hi, Serenity Jade. I was a little bit early, so I just want to wait until the igloo melted. So hopefully we're heading into summer. Oh, I know, Virginia. Anyway, you can help me with my allergies. I have heard that ingesting raw honey that is from hives that are in the area can help with allergies. And I never tried it before, but I think this year, local honey, right? I think I'm going to try it this year because you guys would die if you saw me outside. When I mow the lawn, my nose is literally like the snot is hanging out of my nose. It's disgusting, but it just doesn't stop. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try the local honey. I'm not a huge lover of honey, but it's not the worst thing to lick off a teaspoon. So, yeah, I need to go. I need to find somewhere that is a solid 72 degrees all year round with, hey, Kathy Mack, with like, hi, Alice, everybody, no attacks, no nothing, please. Hi, Spucky. Well, last week with my mowing, I got into this coughing fit and I couldn't stop it. And I could feel it like on the right side of my throat. Like I could grab it, but the cough wouldn't hit the right spot. So I just kept coughing and coughing and coughing. My nose is running. I'm coughing. And then I got a piece of grass about a 1/4 inch long stuck in the corner of my eye. It was just ridiculous. So thanks, Jane Sandra. I just went to see her. I cut her a whole bunch of tulips from the front, and I brought her her favorite dinner, a Whopper, French fries, and a Sprite from Burger King. And she was so happy, but I almost died when they told me how much a Whopper, fries, and a Sprite was. $11.29. $11.29 for a Whopper, medium fries, and a Sprite. So yeah, it's hi Edelweiss. Yeah, so she loves those. She loves a burger, she loves a Whopper. So she was smacking her lips together. So it was good. I know. I don't know why. Let me try to, I don't know if I can go to the FaceTime camera on my computer. Is this better? Same? Better? Worse? I don't know. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or if it's the laptop or the camera. It's worse. Okay. So I'll go back to the external camera. So that's the external camera. I have I have another laptop that the resolution, I don't think so. Let me see. It says high def. That's the highest I can go. It's 720. There's no 1080. So maybe for the next time, I'll try the other laptop. I changed my Cablevision service, and the guy said the speed coming through the modem is good, whatever that means. So when I watched back the live from 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, really, really blurry. So I have to figure out why why it's so blurry. It's a little better. There are certain times that I believe Optimum slows down the Wi-Fi speeds. I know for a fact that happens at 8 o'clock, because 8 o'clock, it's always not right. So, hi, Mindy. A good burger from the 70s would probably cost you like $30 now, Beth. Truly. $11.29 for a Whopper, fries, and a Sprite. They used to have deals, 2 meals for $10. They don't have them anymore because the cost of food is just like ridiculous. The busiest phone days of the year. Yeah. Well, hopefully by now people are not on the phones as much. Oh my God, my eyebrows are so dark. I ran home and I was like, oh shit, I got to make myself look halfway decent. So it was quick. So let's address the elephant in the room. And I'll start with a word: dynamic. The definition of dynamic as an adjective is characterized by constant change, activity, or progress. Positive in attitude and full of energy and new ideas. And as a noun, a force that stimulates change or progress within a system or process. Our lives are dynamic until we take our last breath. Things change constantly. I think we all know that. And therefore, I think it's beneficial to be flexible and beneficial to do your own research. And if you don't understand something, take steps in an effort to try to understand it. And I did that. A couple weeks ago, Alice from Alice Tells All and Truth Defender put out a video that said she'd been talking to a panther, and the panther was me, is me. I started talking to Alice at the latter part of last year. If you guys remember, in one live, Kevin Daniel came in. I can't even remember what I said or what he said or what it was. Truly, I can't remember. I had so much going on. All I know is that he reached out to me and I started talking to him. And it was a positive experience. We got along well. He's funny. He's goofy. He's actually quite smart. And he is a gay Republican, if you can believe that. He's probably the only gay Republican I've ever met in my life. So it's actually kind of fun to talk to him. Um, yeah, you're not hacker smart though. That's true. And he's coming up on 1 year of sobriety, which I think is fantastic. And the one thing that I found with Kevin is that conservative. Yeah, he is conservative. A conservative gay man. If that's not a contradiction in terms, I don't know what is. But we've had a lot of really good conversations. We've laughed, and that's where this came from. Kevin Daniel is the one that sent me the bullshit button. He watched the live, and a couple days later, this came in the mail from him. Syrup, I'm glad. I think that everybody needs to listen with an open mind. So after talking with Kevin for a while, and let me just preface this by saying no confidential information was ever given or received or exchanged. It was never asked for. It was never expected. I wanted some peace. Laura and I always said that we would welcome anyone into the group. And I hold true to that. And there have been a lot of former supporters of Glenda that have come into the group and have been given grace. And in light of what occurred between Glenda and Alice and Kevin, I wanted to get information from myself. Mindy, I'm going to block you if you continue with this. I'm trying to tell the story, so please stop. I'm going to ask you nicely to just please stop. I'm giving it to you. Why didn't I tell Laura so she would welcome them? Laura blocked me from the channel. She locked me out and she blocked me. And at the time that I was talking to Kevin and Alice, Laura was not well. So remember, dynamic. Things are always changing. When a couple of years ago, when Alice came out with the police report that was supplied to her by Glenda, and it was revealed that Glenda altered the police report and let Alice take the fall for it, that really opened my eyes. And I felt bad. I felt bad for Alice at the time because she really got hosed. And I started thinking at that time that she was lied to. And so how many other things were they lied to about? And I could only find that out if I sought that information myself, because I was never going to get it in my comfort zone. And it was Kevin that said, I think it would be a good idea for you to talk to Alice. And I was resistant at first for obvious reasons. And he told me for a couple times, I think you should talk to Alice. I said, okay. what's the worst that could happen, right? She tells me to go, you know, fuck myself. I can take it. I've been through worse. And, the truth is that there's been some pretty heinous shit that went on both sides. And for anybody to come together to iron out their differences, both sides have to be brutally honest, put everything on the table, and hash it out. And I've always been of the opinion that it's best to hash it out directly with the person that you're having the conflict with. So, I don't remember exactly if I guess I must have reached out. I can't remember how it happened. I guess I must have reached out. Kevin gave me the number and I reached out, and Alice was understandably, um, I don't know, hesitant would be the word, or defensive. And I understood. Um, but I started to talk to her and she started to open up and I started to open up. And some of the things that she said, I understood. I'm not going to get into specifics 'cause quite frankly, I don't exactly remember the specifics, but and I thought, people have been hurt all the way around here. And the one thing that everybody needs to remember is that the vitriol that was spewed, it's all because of one person. One person that lied to people that she had convinced that they were really her friends, and that's Glenda. Glenda is behind the the hate and things that were done. Things were done on both sides. We all know that. There was some nasty shit, and, um, when you are somebody's friend and you believe them and you make a conscious decision to go to bat for them, when you realize that exactly, Bucky, all roads lead back to Glenda. And when you realize you've been used, that's pretty shitty. Um, so I wanted to understand why. Hi, Deborah. I wanted to understand why Alice thought the way she thought. I had some definite ideas from Kevin. And I started seeing like, she just she got steamrolled. She really got steamrolled. And so much hate and so much, hi Jan, so much just nasty, really nasty stuff happened because she thought she was helping a friend. And I know that, I know how Laura feels, and I understand that. So this is why I did not disclose to Laura that I'd been talking to her. As everybody can see exactly what happened in the last week. Hi, new account. Hi, Malinois Mama. Um, that's why I didn't disclose. And I never said like, show me emails, or she never said to me, who is this or whatever. It was never that. It was a mutual, like, not, you leave me alone, I leave you alone, but it was more than that. she brought forth some things and made me aware of some things that made me think a lot. Right. It was never it was that we agreed to disagree on things, and it was, listen, I'll get off your back, you get off my back. In fact, not too long ago, I went to, I can't remember if which channel of Alice's it was, and my name was still in there as being bullied and stalked. And I sent Alice a text and I said, "Hey, did you know that, my name is still up there? Would you mind taking it down?" She went right over there and she took it off. She didn't have to, but that that was, kind of like the agreement. And I came to know her differently, and I came to know Kevin differently than what was planted in my head. Like I said, Kevin and Alice put themselves out there, and I mean, Kevin apologized profusely for putting my address out there, and I understand why he did it at the time. It was it was like the height of the mudslinging. Um, but there's a part of humanity. Uh, you know what, B. Smith? Considering how Laura took everything, um, I didn't tell her because she has had such a rough time since August. I knew it was not going to go over well. I knew it wasn't because I know how Laura is. And I try to be a more, yeah, Laura did know about you, Kevin. I told Laura about you. And um, what I what I came to know about them was different than what I was swayed to believe, maybe. And knowing things that have been done to Laura and knowing things that have been done to Alice that they think each other did, when I know that neither one of them did. So I don't know how long ago it was. I said, "Alice, if I could facilitate a talk with Laura, would you be willing to do that?" Um, and I didn't tell who with the intention of protecting who. Help me. Help. So I just totally forgot what I was saying. Mallory, this is true. And Mindy trashes Alice to this day. And Laura trashes Alice to this day. And Alice trashes Laura to this day. However, my experience with Alice showed me that Alice is not the ogre that everybody thinks she is. Mindy, stop. I asked you to stop. Please stop. Syrup, after Alice put the video out, I, believe it or not, I had every intention of telling Laura because I wanted them to deal directly with one another. And I offered to mediate a discussion between the two of them, bring it all to the table, get it out. Inevitably, in discussions and negotiations, both sides inevitably always end up eating some crow. But whatever was discussed between Laura and Alice and me as a mediator would not leave that discussion. That was the agreement. So I said to Laura, would you be willing to talk to Alice directly? Because I think it would be beneficial to just stop this insanity. Because it serves no purpose. And being at each other's throats to just slash each other's throats at this point, why? She's no longer supporting Glenda. Kevin no longer supports Glenda. So I'm not saying there's belief without venturing out on my own to answer some of the questions I had. I was never going to get the answers to my questions from anybody in the Panther group. Nobody. And I didn't go in with the expectation that Alice was going to dump a whole bunch of emails on me and say, oh, here, this and this. That was never my expectation. And I never asked her to do that. She never asked me to do it either. Neither did Kevin. So I mean, it's not like there were these, hour-long conversations about it. It wasn't like that. She said a few things, and I said, I just think it would be really a good idea to discuss directly. I'm bringing this, I'm trying to put a channel there for you to address each other directly instead of hurling names at each other on social media, because it's not productive. And I can understand why she did what she did. She didn't know she was being used because Glenda is so good at what she does. She's so good at it. And when there's so much hate, you can't see past this hate. She stopped supporting. Listen, not everybody's going to love everybody. There are people out there that like Laura that don't like me. People out there that like me that don't like Laura. People out there that don't like either one of us, and people out there that like both of us. It's human nature, right? I had a very different experience than what I thought I was going to have with Kevin and with Alice. Kevin sends me stuff in text messages that get me laughing because they're so ridiculous and so funny. Well, I think that Glenda herself said that she changed the wording in it, and she initialed the police officer's initialed on the police report. I mean, you have to, my memory is not great with exact, because I didn't have a chance to go back and look at everything. Um, right. And to do the best you can without hurting anyone in the process. But, I said to Laura, why don't you just give it a chance? I'm bringing this opportunity to you to say what you want to say to her face or to the phone. Say it to her. Tell her what you think, tell her what you feel, tell her what you think she did. And if she did it, then she's going to have to say, "You got me?" And the other way around too. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. It's not tell Alice to not say anything about me. Hello? 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 Well, what do you call it? What? This is Diane. No. Kevin. So, you can't offer grace to people based on what can you do for me? You offer grace to people because that's what you want to do. And so why not tell Laura? I think I just explained myself. Laura has had a really, 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 really bad time since August. She comes on here trying to look good, look decent. And for a very long time, she was not okay. And I didn't want to add, I know how much Laura hates Alice. I know. And I know how much a couple other Panthers hate Alice too. But to try to get over that, to move on. See, I never wanted to get hung up on, I used to call them the sideshows, because it didn't do anything. And like I said, there was some nasty shit that was done on both sides. But you have to remember, this is going back now to when they were still batting for Glenda. They're not batting for Glenda anymore. And this residual, Mindy, stop. Please stop. Give me a chance. I wanted Laura to be able to say what she had to say to Alice. There's a lot that she has to say. But Laura outright refused, and she still refuses. So I respect that. I would ask her again, "Are you sure you don't want to do this?" "Nope, I don't want to talk to her. I have nothing to say to her." Okay, fine. Trying to move forward in life, you have to maintain some flexibility. Was the timing wrong? Uh, for who? I, Laura, there were times when I couldn't even contact Laura. The one live that we had where I thought she was having a stroke on the other end of the screen, and um, my heart sank, and I couldn't get a hold of her. So, it's not like she was all accessible to tell her back then, and she has only recently started feeling somewhat a little better. Um, but I had always had it in the back of my head from the time that that police report incident occurred, that I wonder what would happen if we all went to the table, put all the shit on the table, good, bad, ugly, whatever, and just hash it out directly. Hash it out. You did this to me. No, I didn't. You got receipts? All right, you got me. And that's really the way to work out conflict. Um, exactly, Kathy. I never said, you have to be best friends. You have to do this. You have to do that. Get over this. Get over your hate because it's holding you back. Spucky, you're right. That's true. Um, Kevin's cleaning. He dropped a bunch of dental picks on the floor and took a picture and sent me a picture of it. Hi, Robin. So let me go off my notes because my notes are more organized than my head. This wasn't, I understand Laura is hurt. I understand that. But there's also an element of like thinking that I revealed all this confidential information, and that did not happen at all. And there was, a comment, well, she didn't tell you anything, so why you bother talking to her? That wasn't the purpose of why I talked to her to begin with. I wanted to understand some things, and I wanted to try to figure out why she thought and believed the things that she did. And she showed me some things that I tucked in my mental file cabinet. But there's enough blame to go around here. And Sunnyside, that's actually not true, but I'm not going to get into it here because it's not a topic of public discussion. Thanks, Sarah. I'm trying to think, when did Alice put that video up? 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And of course it was a big shock. And, Alice is seen as the arch enemy, but she's seen as an arch enemy from a time before she got kicked in the gut by Glenda. So, no, her world is not crashing. Stop, Kevin, or else I'll come to Connecticut and punch you in the nose. I wanted to bring Laura some sense of peace And I didn't tell her outwardly at the time. She didn't feel good. I didn't mean to hurt her. That was never my intent. And it was never my intent to hurt anybody else. Um, she is still compromised medically, beat boys. And I knew telling her would upset her, but it was always in the back of my mind to try to bridge some kind of gap between them to, at the very least, stop the mudslinging, because that didn't serve anybody. Truly, it didn't serve anybody. And for everybody to get together in a place where they can hash it out and discuss things, good things happen from that. And if you want to be forgiven and if you want to have grace offered to you, you have to be able to do the same thing, I think. We all deserve second chances, third chances, fourth chances, whatever, nobody is perfect. People make mistakes. And I, knowing Laura and knowing Alice now, I just didn't see this horrendous level of hatred between them. I really just didn't. Um, Laura found out because Alice put a video up, and I flooded Alice's phone with text messages after that. Um, and I think that Alice realized also who her friends are after she put that video up. So, you know, to say, if you're no longer supporting Glenda, we welcome you here. Uh, uh, it's got to be an even playing field. And if you accept one, then it's only right to accept another one. And if you have a conflict with somebody, maybe the two of them would talk and it would end up a nightmare. I don't know, but you never would know until you tried it. And I never meant to hurt Laura's feelings. I really didn't. I had phone calls after the video from people. Actually, Mindy, no, that's not why she made the video. Peace, please. You're wrong. You're wrong. Laura hurt Alice. Alice hurt Laura. There's enough hurt to clog a highway. And I'm trying to talk and read comments. And did Alice make a video and ask my permission? No. Mallory, the problem is that there is no safe person. That's the problem. There was no safe person. I can't answer for Alice. If you want to know why Alice put the video up, ask Alice. Feelings got hurt. I regret that very much, but I don't regret contacting Kevin or contacting Alice. I don't regret it. Um, well, if I'm the safe person, uh, this is not a Laura bashing session or anybody bashing session. Alice was here. I don't know if she still is. Um, right. There's a lot of misunderstanding, and what I realized in talking to Alice is that there are other people doing shit. Alice wrote a letter. She put her name on the letter and she signed it. She told me that. She'll freely admit it. All of these phone calls, all of these I can stand in the middle of them and say, she didn't do it, she didn't do it, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, that's why I thought it would be a good idea for a direct conversation. And it wouldn't be a name calling thing or a mudslinging thing. It would be, you know, what's your problem? What are you mad about? What's your problem? What are you mad about? And you just might find out that neither one did the things that either one thinks the other did. And that's what's happened. Both are getting blamed for doing things to one another that neither one did. So put it on the table and make it go away. You're holding on to hi Moonchild. Um yeah, I mean, anyone that wants to speak and be heard is more than welcome to. Just please don't call names, don't be mad, don't flip out, don't, yell, whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, Melinda, you don't have to be a fan of Alice. It's okay. It's really okay. I think Alice understands that not everybody likes everybody. But Mindy, that's your opinion. But Laura has not had a 40 some odd year marriage without some conflict resolution. Um, I think to come to a table and discuss conflict, you have to kind of come with an open mind. So until you're ready to open your mind and come from a place where you're not going to go for each other's jugular, I mean, maybe that would happen and I would shut the whole thing right down because it wouldn't accomplish anything. So, B. Smith, I said anybody can come in, anybody can say whatever, they're only going to get blocked if they're nasty or start hurling mud or whatever. I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to come in, speak their mind, get it off their chest. And not everybody is going to like everybody. That's just not how it is. I mean, I've gotten emails, text messages, phone calls. I don't like this one. I don't like that one. It's okay. You don't have to. We're fortunate in that the vast majority of people in the Panther group do like each other. But there have been misunderstandings between people that have caused unnecessary fighting, unnecessary hurt feelings, and, you know, get it all out, resolve it, move on. Let me just read my notes since they're a little more organized than my brain. Now, Laura was talking about this inner group. There is a subset of Panthers that are in a specific group. They are silent Panthers, and they help with some of the graphics on the Slenda and Stealth channel. It's a really small group. There's not like, it's just a small group of people. And they were very, very upset that I revealed confidential information about them. That never happened. Never. I never said anybody's name. No, nobody, nothing. It just wasn't like that. There was no like nefarious, underground, whatever. Bye, Bucky. But, to come from a place where you can understand why somebody did something, um, you have to come with an open mind. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Becky. Oh, just me is here. And, when you have a conflict with one person, it's never a good idea to go to other people about that conflict. It's not a good idea because then it creates like this gang attack tactic. And when you put somebody in under an attack mode, which happened to me, um, anybody can ask me whatever they want. People called me, asked me what happened, and I told them. And there were comments like, well, Alice didn't tell you anything. So I did not hold out an olive branch so that Alice would give me information. That was never my intention. I wouldn't, just like confidential information that I have, I would not tell to anybody, and I wouldn't expect her to do that either. It will always come back to you. Okay. So it'll always come back to me. I'm sure that if Panthers my thoughts are getting all, I have a million thoughts in my head. I have to organize them. And, to be quite honest, I'm kind of surprised at what Laura did. Laura, we had a knockdown, drag out fight about this. And I said I said a lot of things because I was pissed, because I don't think that she understands. I don't think that the subgroup understands. And that's okay. They don't have to, but I just want them to know that I never divulged anything about any of them. Nothing. Um, I want to move on because my focus is not and has never been Alice or any of the other sideshows. That has never been my focus. And I think I made that pretty clear from the beginning. I don't know. Stop putting LLS on timeout. It, you know, if they're being respectful, just let them, you know, if they start getting unruly, okay, but just let everybody say what they have to say, please. I understand why Laura is upset. I do. Do I think she handled it the right way? No. But then again, we had a knockdown, drag out fight with this. And I wanted her to take down all of the videos that were on the channel. The videos that I did, the videos that I was in, and I wanted my name removed from the channel. And Laura asked me not to do anything until she is done with her family obligations in Texas. And I agreed. But then she locked me out of the channel. She blocked me from being able to comment, but she still left my name and all the videos on there. So she violated, and then she posted that comment, which violated the very thing that she asked me not to do, which is why I'm doing this live. You know, to drop a bomb and then say, I'm turning my phone off for the next week and a half. Huh? All right. But this is kind of like, and you know, Mallory, yeah, Alice's actions, she did some nasty shit. But you have to remember, dynamic. Things change. And I don't know if she wants to. I know my phone is blowing up. My hand is cramping. You can feel the way you want to feel about Alice. That's your prerogative. It really is. And people do stuff. Sometimes they don't even know why they do it. Is it out of fear? Is that of, I don't know. But it is what it is. And you know what? Both sides had nasty shit done to them. That is the God's honest truth. Both sides have had. And if, like, people have realized what Glenda really is, and that all the roads lead back to her for all of this hate. People don't learn things at the same rate. There were people that from the beginning saw what Glenda was about and came into the Panthers. For some people, it took longer. Some people didn't even come in until a year ago, less than a year ago, to whenever. And maybe there needs to be healing on both sides so that maybe some progress can be made and things can be a little bit more productive. Because if you work together, instead of doing this, if you do this, you're always going to get farther. You're always going to get farther. I haven't counted my eggs, but I know that I have 18. How in the world can I trust Alice? I base things on what I see. Since I have been communicating with Alice, she has not done anything nasty to me. If she came out and she did something nasty, that would be a reason for me to say, like, and I would go to her and be like, "What the fuck?" Like with that video. I sent a text and I'm like, "What did you just do? What did you just do?" And it's things are always changing and you have to be able to adapt with the changing environment. So, like I said, instead of this, if you want to have grace given to you have to be able to give it to somebody else. And you know what? If I think that somebody is my friend and they do something to me, um, Mindy, I'm not holding alive to hurt Laura. I was blocked and locked out of the channel. Laura turned her phone off. There is no way for me to contact her, no way to work through anything. So on Thursday, Laura wanted to lie to the Panthers and tell them that I was with my mother or whatever. And I said to her, I don't want you lying to them. Tell them the truth. Tell them what happened. And she said what she said, and I didn't think that it was an adequate explanation. That's it. I have a feeling I know. No, she took the video down, B. Smith. She took the video down. And, as far as violating my trust, Foxy, um, I didn't look at it as like violating trust. I looked at it from a different perspective, and one way or the other, it was going to come out. One way or the other, it was bound to come out. Um, yeah, I had no other place to do anything, so I had to do the live. I'm not doing this to hurt Laura. Oh, I misunderstood. I want you to hurt Laura. I don't think that's why she did it, Mindy. I don't think that's why she did it. Well, I realize that for Alice or for probably most anybody on that side, that work would have to be done to prove herself or prove whatever. Um, so, well, I'm not going to ask anybody, lazy boy, to pick or choose. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to trash Laura. I'm not going to compete with Laura. I won't do lives on the same night as Laura. I won't do it. This is not meant to hurt her. This is not meant to do anything. I just, after Thursday and after not being able to post anything, um to explain, this was really the only avenue I had. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know what to say. Um, no, I haven't been privately communicating with all of us. This is the first. I mean, no. But I think this is good. I think this is good that everybody in the chat being civil to one another instead of instead of, slashing each other's throats and bloodbaths, get it out, talk about it, and let the cards fall where they're going to fall. I still think that Glenda is a lying scammer, and things have been said that I wonder about. Um, yeah, it's I'm I'm very confused as to what these things. Right, that she had a disagreement. Right. No, I was. I said I was. LLS. I said I've been communicating with Alice. That's the whole point of this live. Right. All roads of destruction lead back to Glenda. And when everybody realizes that and realizes that this hate and this vitriol is because of that, you know, people do strange things for strange reasons. But I think that a lot of the misconceptions or the beliefs are very misplaced. Um, oh, cringy's here. Please don't come in. Hello, please don't block me. Right. Virginia, exactly. Get back to the purpose, exposing Glenda for what she is. And I don't think that Alice agrees with everything that I do, but that's okay. She doesn't have to. Um, I would never ask anybody to pick sides. You don't have to pick sides. This is not a competition. I'm a Panther. I will always be a Panther. This channel might be Panther 2.0, but I understand that Laura's hurt. I get it. I like I said, I didn't tell Laura because I know how horrible the past 9 months have been for her. She's had a rough time. And but it's not, I think that it's worked up to be a lot worse than what it really is, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, syrup, you can each decide for yourselves. I'm not going to trash Laura. I won't. I love Laura like a sister, but oh no. Oh no, B Smith. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mallory, I never said that they had to be friends. I said talk to one another and try to just come to a truce. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone, and then clear the road so you can move on. Because all it is a distraction. Nothing more than that. Cringy Lisa K says, you owe me a huge apology. Right, B-boys, and if Alice wants to explain, she can. That's not my place, but I think if she did, you guys would understand. Don't pick on us, cringy. But see, this is good. Everybody come here. Avalon, that would be great if everybody came clean, but they're not going to. So he doesn't apologize, he just yodels. Well, I mean, I don't know where Alice is. She lives in a state how many miles away? I can't make her come here. I can't make her do anything. I disagree, lazy boy. You don't have to pick stealth or pick me. I'm not I don't even know how to put it. Like I said, there was no confidential information that was given away or shared or anything. It was just that I had questions that were never going to get answered if I didn't step outside my comfort zone. Some of the questions got answered, some didn't. But where's the GPS update? Don't know. Okay. But see, Mallory Williams, I won't say anything. You're just listening. No, she didn't get ticked off with me. This is what needs to um Syrup, I care about Laura too. I do. Are you gonna play the drum, Beth? See, now this is what it's all about. Oh, geez. I people have been writing con, C-O-N, and I thought it was can. I can't see. Lazy boy, if that's, if picking and choosing, I'm not asking anybody to pick and choose. I will continue to expose Glenda's scamming and lying because that's what I said I would do from the beginning. Um, Foxy, well, the one thing with Alice is that I know that, she's busy tonight, so that might be why she's not talking. So, this is what I mean, making assumptions about something, um, she has plans for tonight. Yeah, I've had a hard time, and, that's probably part of it too. Laura's been under a tremendous amount of stress. I've been under a tremendous amount of stress. So then you throw something like this into the mix and it's bound to cause a giant explosion. And it did. It did. Um, Charity, you're right. We still do have the same common goal. And I think that should supersede anything else. Beth. Beth is all about like healing and getting along and love, and I love that about her. I love that about her. Well, I will let Alice address that. I'm in no position to say one way or the other. Um, I I don't think it was to hurt Laura, but that's my opinion. See? Jane Sandra didn't like Cringy at first, but now she's digging him. Is he picking on me already? Is Cringy picking on me? I just wanna know, does Cringy really think that my head looks like Madam? I mean, I know I have a skinny head, but Jesus, that's rough. That's really rough. I don't know, did somebody put Cringy in timeout already? Did he already end up in the doghouse? I'll tell you something, Kevin Daniel was probably one of the biggest surprises. I never expected him to be as, funny, as politically opinionated, and conservative as he is, and I it tickles me every single time. It really is just he really surprised me. He really, really surprised me, and that's what first got me thinking this is, a long time ago, first started me thinking that, maybe there is a possibility for healing. And if I can facilitate the healing, um, I'd love to do that because only good can come from it, really. Only good. It can't get any worse. I'm glad everybody and even, the I'm glad to see what I'm seeing in this chat. This is you guys just proved my point. You see that, right? You proved my point that you can have a civilized discussion without ripping each other's tongues out of your mouths. Thank you, Catherine. Laura has been a really good friend to me. Times with my mother when I was really, really bad. And on FaceTime, I ugly cried to her many, many times. Many times. Okay, Kevin. Good night. Pick up your dental picks. Mindy? Yeah, lovely friend. Laura and I have been friends for, I don't know, three-ish years. Even friends have conflicts. All relationships have conflicts, whether it's friendships or marriages or whatever it is. All relationships have conflicts. It's a matter of resolving the conflicts in a way that you can move forward and learn and be better people from it. Alan Elder is keeping it real. Foxy, if you want to ask Alice questions, I'm pretty sure that she'd be more than willing to talk to you. Mallory, it is unfortunate, and I'm sorry about how things played out. I never meant to hurt Laura. But I hope that some healing can come from it somehow. I love her too, and it kills me to see Laura in the pain that she's in. Um, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything to help her because I was so wrapped up in what was going on with my mother. Um, and I feel helpless. There's nothing I can't do anything. I don't know if anybody can do anything. And she keeps hitting brick walls everywhere she goes. Like the doctors don't want anything to do with trying to manage the pain. It's insane. It's insanity. The healthcare system is in shambles. It's in shambles. People can't get help for their problems. And a grandma, I don't even know. I don't know. There were there were so many channels, so many things, so many that I lost track. I can't even keep track of it all. New account. I do agree with you on that, but with Mother's Day, I tried to do it later in the evening, but you have to realize I'm on the East Coast, so backing up hours it's what time is it here? It's 8:30 here, so it's 5:30, and some people did have, like, Mother's Day dinner, which why they couldn't be here, but I think the majority of people, everybody did their Mother's Day things during the day. I have all kinds of pages and notes here. I covered a lot of these things. Oh, another thing is that a couple new screen names popped up over on Lele's Live, at which I was there, and Laura thought that they were trolls from Glenda, and I just know from the interaction that that was not true. So I posted when Laura posted something about, whatever name it was being a Glenda troll, and I posted underneath her and I said, nope. And Laura got angry with me for that. She said that I should have gone to her. I was answering the comment that she posted. That's all. Just answering the comment that was posted. There's no reason for me to think that they are Glenda trolls until they prove themselves to be. So, like I said, keep an open mind. Be cautious, but keep an open mind. But instead of having all these side shoot things going on, come in, hash it out, get over it, and move on so that everybody can be focused on the same thing, right? Okay, Mindy, bye. I admit what I did. I did it. I didn't mean to hurt Laura. I cannot answer for Alice. If you want to know something from Alice, ask her. But don't say like, you're an asshole and then ask her a question and expect her to answer you, because that's not how it's going to happen. I have a feeling that Cringy is harmless, and trying to make fun of situations. I just really want to know if he thinks I look like Madam. And I respect Mindy's decision too. Sometimes you don't always hear the answer that you want. I'm putting out there what I did and the reason why I did it. I don't think specifics are necessary. I really don't. There was never a nefarious, under the table scheming thing. There never was. Um, mhm. Like Laura has a lot going on right now. So, okay, but fine. But, don't like block me, for God's sake. Cringy is harmless. Cringy, how tall are you? Don't say retarded, please. Oh, it was a puppet comparison. Gotcha. Okay, so I really don't look like Madam, is what you're saying? Because I could if you wanted me to. I could probably look like Madam. And this is the question. And this is kind of why I wanted to venture into venture into unknown territory, because I wanted to understand. I wanted to understand. Mallory, I agree. I agree with you. And if Laura doesn't forgive me, that would make me very sad. But I understand why she feels the way she feels. I apologize for making her feel badly. I never meant to hurt her. I never meant for her to feel badly. And it was always my intent to try to offer her the opportunity to talk to Alice directly. She doesn't want to. I respect her decision. Will it change in the future? I don't know. But I just wanted to clear the path in front of me. So, see, you didn't like Cringy at first, but then he made you laugh. And I have to admit that I have watched some of his videos, and I have also laughed. Thanks, Betty Boop. I took the picture a few weeks ago, actually, of us holding hands. Joyce, finally. I think that if we work together instead of against each other all the time, we may be able to figure this out. Well, I read things out there that said that I was c'est moi. I can assure you, I am not c'est moi. Not, I'm not. I have a very good idea who is. I'm not 100% positive, but I have a good idea who it might be. Mhm. Yeah, Charity. I feel very bad that I hurt her. But I I think that Laura also got swayed by others that were telling her things that were not true. Um, you know, people were concerned that I divulged confidential information, and that never happened. And it never will. Anything that anybody has told me in confidence stays in confidence. I'll take it to the grave with me. Who are you talking about, B. Smith? I don't know who you're talking about. Flo, one thing I want to say is that um, I think like I've been saying all night, that, there's been a lot of shit thrown in both directions, and I think the people that were hurling at the time feel differently now. I'm not saying that what they did to you was not horrific, because it was, um, but if you've ever been given a second chance or a third chance or a fourth chance, you have to be able to give that in return. I know I've gotten probably more chances than I deserve sometimes, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was given those chances. My eyes are so red. This is allergies. I put drops in them before the live started, and they're killing me. Me too, Sarah. I do hope so. B. Smith, I hope so. I don't know. Laura's busy for the next, I don't know, week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm going to respect her space. I didn't like being blocked. I will say that. But, I'll give her space and give her time. Right. That's a good word. Be brave enough to communicate. That's often the biggest problem in relationships, is the failure to communicate, and I'm guilty of that. I mean, obviously, duh. Um, but, there was no, like, ill intent behind it. You gonna send me a message? Okay. I think you're right. I think you're right. And just like in the Panther group, there are names, um, I don't know who you are. So, good night, inner grandma. Oh, cringy, stop. Don't say it. Don't do it. Not here. Yep, we're still here, Bucky. Cringy, just apologize to everybody for offending them. And here, Mallory, is where I think direct communication is the best. You can say what you want to say to the other person. They can say what they need to say to you, get it out, and move on. See, there's healing going on right here. LLS, I don't agree with you about much, but I agree with this. I agree with this. If you come to the table and you have receipts to prove that what you said is true and that you can support what you said, then that's when the other side has to eat crow. So don't say anything unless you have receipts is the moral of the story, right? Yeah, a lot of hurtful things have been said on both sides. And I don't think that it needs to be that way. Oh, LLS. Glenda's got plenty of trolls. Apology accepted, Cringy. How tall are you? I know you're tall. I'm just curious to know if you're as tall as my brother. He's 6'4". Are you 6'4" or taller? I know you're tall. Crackles understands the assignment. She's all about love. Love and crystals and belly dancing and love everywhere. I agree. I look like a puppet. Well, maybe because you showed up here, more people will watch you. It's okay. I've been through worse. It's okay. Yeah, I watched Crackles. I watched one video and he's talking while trying to contain a laugh, and I start laughing and I'm like, he can't even get through his own joke without laughing. Mhm. Right. I'm not saying why. I don't know how that started, but I'm not that. I look like Madam. That's funny. You talk about dredging up from, my God, Waylon Jennings and Madam. It was that from the '70s or the '60s? They were great. Oh, you're 6'2"? My brother's 6'4". That's still pretty tall. I thought you might be taller than that. The puppet was perfect. Jesus. Well, I will have to say, though, that Madam doesn't have any wrinkles. She may be she may have a skinny head and, like, bulbous features, but she doesn't have any wrinkles. Edelweiss? Yes. Well, Mindy is involved because she's a Panther, and, thanks, Cringy. They're awfully red right now, thanks to the pollen. Um, I'm actually not exactly sure, just me. That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure. And this is where it's okay to agree to disagree. It's okay, because if you explain the reasons why you believe or don't believe one way or the other, we can learn from each other. Oh, I never wanted to control you or control anybody else. I just kinda swung over there and checked out what was going on, and, you're an equal opportunity, uh, not troll. You're not a troll because you're out there. You're an equal opportunity offender. Mm. Beth, you know what? That's exactly what Laura got involved in. It seems like these specialists now just bang your insurance company for as much as they possibly can and then say, "I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. Why don't you go see this other doctor?" And then just keep passing the buck on. I've lost all faith in the healthcare system as it stands right now. I wanted to address something that was posted on Gossip Bakery by Frosty Girl. She posted obviously girl, it's a she. The fact that they call each other and share secrets that they don't divulge on the lives is not very nice to the other Panthers. It's not like that. We don't, there are no secrets that are not divulged to the Panther group. There's a lot of behind the scenes gears that work, and some of the people that are involved in doing that don't want to be out there. And so this was a way for them to be involved, because some people are really, really good piecing things together. And we respect their privacy. We respect their desire to not be out there, because they're afraid. They are afraid. They're afraid they're going to be doxxed. They're afraid that their information is going to be out there. They're, some really nasty shit has been done, and it really needs to stop. This is, it got way, 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 way out of hand. I do believe this. Now there's fireworks going off. I'm surrounded by like a bunch of pyromaniacs. They blow fireworks off for no reason. It's cloudy. They're blowing fireworks off and it's cloudy outside. Again, Carla, misunderstandings and knee-jerk reactions. That's right, Bucky. I don't know anything about this. Right. Thanks, Linda. I that's what I really wanted to do. There was just so much collateral damage that happened. And I'm talking like 2 years ago, that has been carried through, and to try to find a way to bring people together instead of having them at each other's throats all the time, that accomplishes nothing. What about Kevin Daniel? Oh my god, Jane Sandra is cooking it up. You're right. I don't know anything about that. That wasn't my scene. So I don't know anything about that. Bucky, you were an OG. I really don't even know what happened. If you got blocked by accident, I really don't know. And I don't know how people get just randomly blocked, like there's some other force blocking people because we're not doing it. So I really don't know how that happens. I mean, in the chats, I can understand where people, start putting other people in timeout when they don't know. But uh mhm. But to be able to listen to different perspectives and to understand or try to understand why they believe the way they believe is um is eye-opening and can only add, I think, positive things to I always say more than one brain is always better. 2 is better than 1, 4 is better than 2, 10 is better than 4. You're gonna do your dishes in the morning. I washed I mean, how many dishes can I possibly have? I think the dogs I wash more dog dishes than I do for myself. Hmm, yeah. Well, I guess I have a big plate. Doesn't mean that I can carry it all, but it means my plate is big. I think so too, Charity. I hope so. But for now, I'm gonna give her her space, give her her time. Um, um, I think the answer to that is no. Okay, I'll catch up with my chat. I always fall behind in the chat. True. By Southern Charm. Oh, Southern Charm. I'm sorry. I have my own thoughts on this that I'm not gonna put out there until I'm absolutely sure. No threatening, no stop. The Jubilee. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to read all these comments. I know I'm gonna miss some. Oh god. Bucky's all possessive with cringy. Good night, Lisa K. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day. Mhm. Cringy. You gotta watch this one. She's all about the love fest. Love. Hi, Ollie boy. I don't know the people that Cringy makes videos about either. I don't watch the ones that I don't know who they are, because I don't know who they are, so You know, Buckwheat, I asked Laura this last month, I think, and she said she's around because Susan West was like my my makeup sister, and I haven't seen her in a while. I don't know what happened to her. I asked Laura, but I haven't seen her around. I like Lele too. She has a wicked, wicked, wicked sense of humor. I love it. Crackles is hitting on Cringy. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her. I mean, of course, my thoughts immediately go to something COVID related, which I hope to God is not the truth. I would love to know that she's just okay because she just kind of like disappeared. Yeah, we're all friends. Let's love each other. Agree to accept disagreements. You don't have to agree about everything, but it's much better when you can work together and accept one another and love one another for who they are, right? Oh, Sugar's barking. I want to know how behind I really am. Ah, okay. Holy mackerel. I don't ever want to hear that I'm verbose after going through this chat section. I mean, I know I am way behind on the comments. I'm just going to go to the end and I'll read them. I've seen Fox Corner around, although I can't tell you where. Hey, Peeper. Right. If we agreed all the time, the world would be boring and nothing would get done. You're gonna be a personal trainer? Really? That's cool. Hi, Chicago Cubby fan. So, I think that I would like to see more of what I'm seeing tonight. This is really, really nice. It's a civilized discussion, and isn't it nice to have that? Bounce ideas off one another, not calling each other names and all this, and there's healing in that, and there's a sense of peace that comes with that. No, you don't nobody has to like everybody. You can have your disagreements, but it's more peaceful this way. What is Beth up to? It's cringy. I'm trying to. I'm trying to come from a good place. I I'd like for everybody to get along in an ideal circumstance. I know that's impossible, but this is really good. This is really, really good. This is nice, right? It's nice. Oh God. Cringy, I have to say that simply looking at your picture makes me laugh. It just does. Your facial expressions are everything. You don't have to be. You don't have to be won over. It's okay. Oh, Lola's going through it tough. A lot of people, um, oh, you're leaving, Foxy? Good night. I'll talk to you soon. The video of the woman who originally wore the crown, if I want to laugh. All right. I will. I'll watch it. I did take responsibility for my actions, Mindy. I did it. Um, I know I didn't mean to hurt Laura. I feel terrible that I did hurt Laura. Um, and I of course you have to have a reason to explain, to justify why you did something. I'm sorry you don't like my answer. I take responsibility for everything. There was we didn't sit there and talk about people. We just didn't. So there was no like nefarious, underhanded stuff going on. There just wasn't. Um, I don't know what else you want me to say about it. I made a mistake. I didn't want to be upfront with her because I know that she was in horrific pain, and I honestly didn't know what was going to happen. So, no, I hope to God she doesn't look at me as an enemy because that's not what it was about. We're cool. I have the ability to see and I mean, I cringy, I didn't think you were, like, evil or anything. I think everything was coming out of you trying to be funny. I'm not using the pain story as an excuse. I spoke to Laura enough to know how bad of a condition she was in. You can agree with Mindy. That's your prerogative. Mallory, but I'm giving everybody a an opportunity to say what they need to say. I like funny stuff. Snooter Sisters are good. I actually made a video earlier today that I was thinking about posting because I really would like to kind of like get this channel going. I always wanted to do that, but I kind of got sidelined and then um, I didn't have the time. But right, as much as possible, I don't want to censor anybody in the chat. That's why I'm really, really happy to see this awesome dialogue that's going on in the chat. Seriously. Thanks, just me. Okay, Peeper. Anyway, um, Zoya, the brown one, has always had a bit of a sensitive digestive system. And last week, I don't know if she got into something. I didn't feed them anything new, but she had bad diarrhea with like mucusy stuff, and she was licking herself. So I had always heard that goat's milk was really, really good for probiotics, especially in dogs. And the pet store that I go to, the guy that he's owned it for like 35 years, it's been in the same place, and he actually carries goat milk in there. And I've every time I go in there, I discuss it with him, and so I decided to maybe try some goat milk with Zoya to see if it helped to settle her stomach. So I went over to the farm where they have the cows and the goats, and the their milk is not heavily processed and pasteurized. It's pasteurized as minimally as it has to be. Um, so I got a bottle of goat milk, and I've been giving her 4 ounces of goat milk every day. And I didn't know if she was going to like it. She loves it. And it worked overnight. So, yeah, I don't know, I didn't see any grass in the poop. There was a lot of, like, mucusy stuff, and, she's always had a very sensitive stomach. I feed her special food, um, and it seems to be a good thing. So, I don't know if I'm gonna continue giving her the goat milk when this is done because a quart was $7. It had a layer of cream on top like this. Um, I may transition to giving her probiotic pills, but I read some things online from different veterinary sites that said that the probiotics in goat milk reach where they need to go faster, and it acts quicker, and it certainly seemed to. So, I mean, as long as she keeps drinking it, I mean, I pour it in a shallow bowl and she licks it right up. She loves it. So, hopefully she'll be okay, but I mean, she really, shit all over the place pretty bad. And I mean, I felt bad for it, you know, it's she can't help it. Mhm. Just me. Everybody has feelings. Everybody. And a lot of the lashing out, I think, is due to misunderstanding. I really do. So anyway, I haven't even are there any new videos on the channel of interest? Oh, there's a Mother's Day video. Oh, that'll be fun to watch later. Well, I watched Cringy's video when he had all the pots on the stove, and I laughed. I thought that was really funny. He has all the pots boiling water on the stove to take a bath. Oh gosh. I wanted to bring the dogs, you know, to the beach, but after my friend bought Holly's boyfriend over with 5 ticks on him, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, because I think Cringy made I don't even know where it was now, or maybe it wasn't on Cringy's channel, maybe it was someplace else, a video making fun of me with the tens unit. Yep, pancakes and sausage and syrup. Mother's Day breakfast. Yeah. I wasn't part of the coastal thing. I only know what I know from you guys, and apparently he's not his health is not very good. You poor be careful, cringy. One thing I will have to say is be careful what you post because they'll take your channel down for any kind of, like, violent stuff. So your gas was really off for 4 days. Buy peace, please. Beth, I don't know, other people know better, but I think he had a heart attack or some I think that was coastal. You forgot to pay the gas bill. He got COVID and then he had a heart attack. And he's young too, I think, isn't he? He's pretty young. Well, this is the moral of the story. Yeah, the stick of dynamite video was pretty friggin' funny, Bucky. I gotta give it to him. That was funny. A stick of dynamite. What was that anyway? I was trying to figure out what the heck it was. Yeah. Yeah, I am. In fact, I saw that Laura's not gonna be doing the live on Thursday, so since she's not gonna do it, maybe I will. Oh, no. I mean, Mindy, I knew Coastal, but, like, I never really followed it because I didn't have the time to, like, follow. I knew who he was, but I didn't know the whole saga with it, and I don't know, that happened kinda early on, I think. But, like, I know about him, but I'm not, like, really in with that. I know he sang and, but, like, I didn't watch the videos or anything, so, I hope he's okay. He boiled a lot of water. Oh, he hasn't progressed any? Oof. He's in his 40s? You was before Alice or anybody else other than the Panthers and Glenda. Oh, Lord. Oh, I have a snooter sister here. I don't know if I told you guys last year, was it last year? I guess it was last year. I've lost concept of time. Things that happened like 4 years ago, I think happened last year, and it's a really, really bizarre. I often wonder if I'm starting to get dementia because my sense of time is all screwed up. But, I wanted to get Holly a new bed. Well, it was definitely before I got Zoya, so it was, like, 2 years ago, and I wanted to get Holly a new bed, so I ordered a bed from Amazon, and they had extra small, small, medium, large, XXL, and, Holly's I think she's probably considered a medium-sized dog. She's not quite as big as a golden retriever, but she's big for a smooth collie. She's stocky. So, I don't know if they didn't give the measurements or I didn't read it. I don't know. So I ordered this dog bed and it gets delivered by Amazon. The box is a sizable box. I open the box and the bed is like, the bags that you put something in and you suck the air out with the vacuum. It was vacuum packed like that. So I took it out. I opened the plastic and the bed expanded. The bed is big enough for a Great Dane. I am not even kidding you. And it's got like a bolster on the back of it. It was like $225, so a ridiculous amount because it's got a heavy canvas cover on it that I can take off and wash. And Holly's laying in it, and two other dogs her size could easily and comfortably lay in this bed with her. That's how big this stupid thing is. But she just sprawls herself out on it. She puts her head on the bolster and she sleeps there. But I didn't need to get the size that I got. It's way big, way, way big. Mindy, stop. Don't stop fighting, please. Good night, Betty Boop. So, so I guess since Laura's not going to do the live on Thursday, I can do a live and have the same format, like the first hour, Glenda, and then after the first hour, whatever. But I'm really, really happy to see you guys have a civilized discussion in the chat. I like this. I I, I think I may have ordered the XL. I'm not exactly sure, but the damn thing is huge. I could curl up in it, and there'd be plenty of room for me. It's big. Oh, the pheno barb, yeah. Mindy, that's not true. Okay. Okay. It's your choice, Mindy. I respect your choice. Methylene blue for memory issues. I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that I was so sleep deprived, and I didn't realize that at the time, because I guess your body just gets used to what it has to in order to survive. Um, and I didn't realize how tired I was and how just mentally like just confused and um, but I'll look into that, the methylene blue. So with that, I've been on here for 2 hours and 43 minutes, which is way longer than I wanted to be. It's 9:42, and I'm gonna sign off. So, um, Thursday, live here. Bring your sarcasm, bring your wit, bring your humor, because we're gonna get back to business. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I'm happy. You're going to DQ tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, the stress and the memory. There were days where I didn't know, like, what the hell I was even doing. True. I agree, Carla. You're welcome, Joyce. Thank you guys for being here. I'm still a Panther. I'll always be a Panther. Um, I never wanted to hurt anybody. Just the opposite. So, good night, everybody. I'll see you next time.